What's up? Welcome back to the Mandalay Podcast, aka Vibes with Mandalay, live from the bakery. Shout out to Chio letting us hold the bakery down. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the people. I appreciate the feedback. Today I got a special guest with me.
Yes.
What's up? What's your name? Where you from, Playboy?
Kel's Mania, Harlem representative, born and raised in Harlem, most hated member, pillar of the community, and I'm a proud member of Harlem.
All right, and a lot of businesses.
A lot of businesses in Harlem that I am proud of seeing the businesses in Harlem. A lot of black-owned businesses in Harlem. Do not get fooled by the gentrification you see. Pay attention and support the black-owned businesses in your neighborhood.
That's a fact.
Don't turn around and say, this is opening, this is opening. Pay attention to what's opening. You feel what I'm saying? Because what people do in Harlem, and everywhere where there's gentrification going on, there could be a black-owned coffee shop. So rather than support the black-owned coffee shop, you turn your back on it and talk about what's going to open up across the street. Oh, there's a Starbucks open up. Fuck the Starbucks. Pay attention to the black-owned businesses.
Pay attention what's going on.
What people do is they turn their back and look at the burning building. Support the black-owned businesses. We've always had this influx of gentrification. They've always tried it on 125th Street. They tried with a caviar shop, Victoria's Secret, all this stuff. We say we don't want it and they go away. Do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. There are black-owned businesses in Harlem and all our hoods, but we gotta support them. That's the problem.
That's a fact.
That's the problem, B.
So let's talk about one of your black-owned businesses.
Right.
Fashion 5001.
Yeah, so Harlem Haberdashery, 245 Lenox Avenue. This year we are celebrating 13 years in May. 5001 Flavors is 33 years old. My family-owned custom clothing business. What's dope about that is that, so you know how like people always give advice to emerging designers, and I just met a dope guy today in the African spot, and he was real dope. He's like, yo, what's your number one piece of advice? One, I always tell people, don't listen to anybody's advice. That's the first thing I tell people. Because what happens when you listen to people's advice, people are like, yo, do this, make this color, make this color. You make that color. The person who told you to make the color, don't fucking buy the color. So don't take advice from nobody. Do you. That's number one. Number two is stay consistent.
Consistency.
If you don't listen to nothing else, consistency is key.
That's definitely one of my questions.
Yo, consistency is key. We've been in business, no lie, for 32, 33 years. Everybody that knows me knows I've been doing fashion my entire life. So the only thing that I'm really good at, aside from doing community work, fashion is one of the only things that I'm good at. And then by way of fashion, I'm good with marketing. So marketing and fashion is the same thing to me.
Right.
But stay consistent. To all your emerging designers, entrepreneurs, creators, social media, influencers, whatever you want, stay consistent. Some days you're gonna get one like, some days you're gonna get 100. Stay consistent.
Okay. So how was it like growing up in Harlem for you?
So the best thing about Harlem, I think we grew up in a golden era, and you know, we was just joking about it. I think everybody says that. Right. Like, yo, B, my shit was the best, but our shit really was the best, man. Rap had just hit Harlem hard. I think we started, when we was coming up, we realized that, if we stick together and be fly, it's gonna be lit. So we was so lit that we had the older dudes respecting. I'm talking about older dudes like, nah, that's most hated, they dope. But what I loved about Harlem is that everybody had their individual style, even if they had the exact same outfit on.
Okay.
Everybody got their own individual style, and what I historically love about Harlem is the business aspect. So I always tell people jokingly, if I wasn't from Harlem, I would still love Harlem because I love history and I love black people. The Harlem Renaissance to me is one of the dopest historical periods in our business. I mean, in my business of fashion, but in the business of Harlem as well. Because the way the Renaissance worked is how we do now. You see how like Chio got the bakery. Right. If I'm at my spot, Harlem Haberdashery, right? I'm like, and my shit is all the way over there. I'm like, yo, if you want like sneakers or like that sneaker vibe, go to the bakery.
Right.
Or if I'm at my spot, be like, yo, if you want a fedora hat, go to Flame Keepers. Right. Yo, if you want good food, go to Boulevard Bistro.
Right.
That's how the Renaissance worked, and that's how we all operate.
Right. This is always plugging. You always be in the dock.
Always plugging, B. I love plugging, B. I don't gatekeep none at all, B. I'm always plug.
How you feel about gatekeeping?
Yo, oh man, I'm glad you asked me that. So, the problem with gatekeeping is if you look at the top 5 people that you consider the most successful, like celebrities, anything.
Right.
Successful people don't gatekeep because there's no information I could keep that's going to make you better than me.
Right. Okay.
I can tell you everything. I can tell you where I get fabric, where I get hats, cups. That doesn't mean you're going to replace me. That doesn't mean that my value is lesser.
Yo, that's good that you tell it, because people always think
But think about it. Chill don't gatekeep.
Right.
I don't gatekeep. No successful person gatekeeps. I'm talking about, I know millionaires. I know people with no money, a little bit of money, influence. Nobody gatekeeps. The only people who gatekeep is people who want to keep you from going somewhere. You like, and people be gatekeeping shit that don't even make sense. You're like, yo, B, where you get this shirt from? Chill. You're like, man, it's not that serious, B. Like, it's not that serious. Now
we might not want the same nigga looking like
nah. So we joke around and shit. Like, if somebody. Now you know you got a biter in your life that like, yo, where you get that cologne? He come to cologne. Like, yo, we can't have the same cologne. Now we look like we on a date.
Yeah, like you smelling like the same nigga. Like, yo, we in the spot. We all smelling the same. We looking the same.
So some shit I get gatekeeping. For the most part, I don't gatekeep anything, B, because nobody could do anything like I do. Nobody can replicate anything I could do. And I always tell people, if you learn something and didn't share with somebody, you didn't learn shit. So I don't gatekeep. And I don't respect gatekeepers at all.
Okay. So you recently got your doctorates.
Yes.
How you feel about that? Like, what made you get your doctorate?
So, it's a funny story the way that happened. I was actually going to get a physical doctorate degree, and someone who I look up to a lot, talked to Tosh. What up, Tosh? My sister Tosh, who also has her doctorate degree. She was like, yo, we're working on some things. Chill. I forgot she said it, but she's like, we're working on some things. So I stopped pursuing my physical doctorate degree. And because of the community work that I've been doing for 25 years, and what's dope about that is a lot of the shit that I do in the community, 10% of the things people know, 90% of the things people don't know. Like, I do work with mental
Put them on.
But a lot of that stuff I purposely don't talk about because I don't want it to feel exploitive or like I'm trying to showcase my guys. So anybody who knows me knows that I do work with the mental disabled adult. I've been in that field for 25 years now, and I absolutely love it. It's changed my life. It's changed my perspective on life. And because of that and stuff that I do with community work, a seminary school from Houston decided to give me an honorary doctorate degree. So what's dope is about 10, 15 years ago, if you'd have asked me about an honorary doctorate degree about 10, 15 years ago, everybody has their sayings about it, and there's some people who deserve it and some people don't deserve it. But what people don't realize, if you put in X amount of years in a specific field, you've earned your doctorate degree. Like, if there's not a person on this earth that can question my doctorate degree, especially anybody who knows me, like, I'm straight up foots on the ground. I've been doing this shit for 20 plus years in many different fields. So, I was honored to get it. I'm still gonna go after my physical doctorate degree. But to me, what's dope about it is that every teacher that I had growing up, man, told me I wasn't gonna be shit. So the fact that I have all these degrees, I got my master's degrees, I got my bachelor's degree, that shit is dope. But a lot of my teachers literally told me I wasn't gonna be shit. I still got the report cards, still got their notes scribbled. But they don't.
Use that as motivation?
I do, and I'll send it to you. Like, they write me emails sometimes trying to link back in, because they see me popping and shit. And I'm like, nah, B, I'm not fucking coming to talk to your class. Fuck your class. Now fuck the kids. Fuck you in your class. You know what I'm saying?
How important is education in the black community to you?
Oh my God, that's gonna seem such a contradiction. I actually don't like school at all. So anybody that knows me, if you went to high school with me, you know, I only went to high school so niggas to see my outfits. That's the only reason I would have perfect attendance. I failed everything. I only got through high school through the skin of my teeth. I don't know how. I don't know what God and Allah had planned for me. I got through high school. My sister literally forced me to go to college. I'm talking about, she damn near held me at gunpoint and said, you're not gonna be staying on 142nd and Lenox for the rest of your life. You getting the fuck up out of here. She forced me to go to school. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to school in Long Island because it's close enough I can still come back to the block. So this is why a lot of motherfuckers ain't even know I was in school. Like, I would still be back and forth. I wasn't until I got to college that I realized, oh, this shit is easy.
College is easy. When I was rapping, my fault to cut you off, I got a song called College is Easy.
Yo, college
that shit
is
is way easier
but they don't tell you this.
Than high school,
so
regular school, because it's like you make your own
your own rules.
So it's like you on your own time.
So high school is somebody else telling you what to do. In college, you telling yourself what to do. But here's the other part they don't tell you. They don't give a fuck what you do in college, because you still got to pay. Once your check clear, nigga, you ain't never got to come to class again. But once I got to college, I realized how easy it was. So I said, fuck it. I'm a lock in. So once I locked in college, I stayed. I got my bachelor's degree. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stay for my master's.
Okay.
I didn't need my master's. I only got my master's to be better than my sister. So
Okay.
And that's how I ended up with those degrees. I only did it because, Shay knows this, I only did all this shit because I wanted to be better than my sister. And I want to make the hood proud, believe it or not.
Okay.
That's really why I did it. I'm no lie. I like going to the block and motherfuckers saying they're proud of me. That means something. My people saying they're proud of me means something to me, like for real.
Would you preach to people to go to school and get an education?
What I tell my son and the kids that I mentor, so most people say money is happiness, right?
Right.
And money is actually not happiness. Money is freedom. Freedom is the happiness. Okay. You ever had a jam up and let's say something broke in your apartment, or you get to a flight and you got to pay extra? The money bought that, but the freedom from that money, that's what you really like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So education to me is freedom.
Okay.
I got my bachelor's degree. I got my master's degree. Now I got a doctorate degree, and that shit is dope. So when I go into a room, people are already impressed by those things.
Okay.
When I go to an interview, if I wanted a job, people are already impressed by those things. The certificates that I've gotten and the diplomas and degrees that I got speaks for me. Now what they don't tell you about college and shit like that is you still gotta know people. Right. You can have all these degrees and be a failure.
I think college is definitely a networking.
But
even like the fraternities and the sororities.
Here's what I realized about school. It's not until you go to school do you realize this. I am able to have an intellectual, educational, and some people are able to do this without college, but college for me helped me. I'm able to have an intellectual conversation about anything in this world, even if it's something I don't know about, because I used to be around a diverse group of people. Okay. People that were into neuroscience, flying planes, science, chemistry, all of this shit. And I'm around all of these different topics. So to me, education expands your network. I don't remember shit from school, but I remember how to network with people. Okay. So education to me just means freedom. And I tell all the kids that I mentor, I tell my son this, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you do, I'm gonna support. If you decide to sell socks, hats, phones, be the best at it. But just get the education, because it gives you a network of people that you would never have gotten, you know what I'm saying, if you didn't go to school. Okay. But it's not for everybody. Right. And I know it's not for everybody.
That's a fact. So you have 5,001 flavors. Y'all been around 33 years.
Yep.
So what you got on today?
So right now, this is Harlem Haberdashery.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The real pants. This is 5,001 flavors. Most people think it's Bottega because of the green. I actually been doing I've been doing weave design for a long time. Do not be fooled. That's a traditional design. Bottega just decided to do it as a vest, and the colors, but weave design been around forever. This is Decouture, something I'm working on. Okay. Fashion war veteran here. Okay. And these are actually my homegirl glasses, brothers in briefcases. Shout out to Gildia. Okay. Brothers in I try to support my people, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I try to always have something on from my people, like at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Are you big into brands?
I'm big into fly shit, so it don't necessarily got to be brands, but I'm big into shit that feel fly and look fly. Now,
what's fly shit to you?
Now, if it happens,
break that down.
If it happens to be Gucci or Louis, like that's dope. But my nigga, like I could go on H&M and put on an H&M outfit and look better than somebody in a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like. You style, man. So I call it mannequin dressing, right? So a lot of dudes go into a store and be like, yo, let me get that whole motherfucking outfit off the mannequin. Are you fly? Do you just buy that shit off the mannequin, right? Yeah. Or some people, I always tell people this. Some people are only fly by default, right? They're not unfly, but you ever see somebody walk up to you for the first, you ain't see them all day, and you be like, I knew you was gonna have that outfit on. They ain't tell you they bought it. Some people there are a lot of rappers who just dress exactly how you expect them to dress. But that's why like Pharrell is different, like Kanye is different, because you never know what they gonna have on, and even when they got on some different shit, like that shit is fly. Right. They never gonna have nothing predictable on, but a lot of people dress predictable and it's fly. Like if you got on a Fear God sweatsuit, that's fly, but that don't make you fly. Right. You only got it on because somebody else that was fly had it on, so you put it on now and you feel fly. Right. But if you can't take this whack ass outfit from wherever, TJ Maxx, and put that shit together fly, then you really not fly. Because two people can have the same outfit on look completely different. Right. Because everybody's swag and vibe is just completely different. Right. Some people just got a whack aura. You ever see a dope outfit on a whack person? And you be like, yo,
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted this Pele, and I seen a lot of a whack different nigga. I said, you know what? Thank God I ain't buy that. Right. Because I'm I ain't want to look like him. I don't want to look like him.
And then the problem is, let's say For the most part, and I'll probably get some flack about this, women don't know what fly is. What they think.
We love women on this platform, and there's a lot of fly ladies out there.
The women is killing it. But that's not what I mean. What I mean is that women look at a dude in a fly outfit and consider him fly, but all he did was go to the store and say, let me get that whole outfit. He can't put nothing on from scratch. He got no versatility, because most street dudes, when they put on that fly shit, they look good. When they put on a suit, it look like a church suit. They got it. If you can't switch your shit up, you gotta fly.
You gotta be able to transition.
You gotta be able to switch that shit up.
I always see you with the quote, don't deny yourself.
Don't deny yourself.
So what that mean to you?
So what's funny is that quote started from somebody that I really love. That what I realized is a lot of people don't do a lot of dope shit in life. For whatever reason, something is blocking them mentally, and they don't believe that they deserve happiness and fly shit and dope shit in their life. I deserve nice shit. Right. Whatever I define as nice, dope shit, that's what I deserve. Right. I don't deny myself anything. There's nothing that I believe costs too much. There's not a vacation I think costs too much. There's not a place that I think costs too much. Nothing costs too much. The only thing I'm gonna do is I gotta make more money.
Right.
But nothing to me is out of reach if I wanted it. Yeah. Now, within my means, I'm not stupid. I'm not like saying, yo, let me go get a Ferrari just because I want a Ferrari. That's stupid. Right. But anything within my means, there's not a number I can hear that would be like, I don't finagle motherfuckers' prices. I'm like, that's what it costs. Right. So people deny themselves fly shit, just people who don't believe that they deserve fly shit. And that's a lot of us, and I deserve fly shit.
We all deserve fly shit.
But a lot of people don't believe that, bro. Like, a lot of people be like, yo, I deserve the dopest shit in life, and that's all I'm going for.
So my next question is, what you love about fashion?
So fashion to me is like art. Like, what I love about fashion is how a simple answer is how two people can make one thing look completely different. Right. That's the first part. The second part is I like everybody's interpretation of fashion. Okay. So you ever see somebody rock some shit and you be like, I would never wear that shit. Like that. But I like the way you put that together. Yeah, exactly. You be like, that shit look fly on you. Yeah, exactly. And here's the other part about denying yourself fly shit. A lot of dudes, like specifically dudes, see, women take chances. Right. Women take all the fashion chances in the world. Dudes will be like, yo, B, I could never rock some shit like that. Right. And I tell them all the time, you just defeated yourself by saying that.
And that's with anything in life.
Yeah.
As long as if you say you can't do something, it's already done. You can't do it. You already programmed your mind.
There are a lot of dudes who will not wear a yellow suit. Because they told themselves they can't wear it. Right. I ain't telling them they can't wear it. I ain't banning them. I ain't telling them where they can't. Right. I'm not going to say, I ain't making no yellow suit. Yeah. They be like, yo, B. Dudes be like, yo, B, Kels, I want a suit. I'm going to a wedding in Aruba. I like, bet. They be like, could you make me a black linen suit? I'm like, black linen, bro.
You going to Aruba, like.
Sky blue? Like, sky blue? I'm like, yo, sky blue. And then when they do it, they kill it. I'm like, bro, that's what you don't need black, white. You go to K&G and buy that. Why would you come to me? I'm able to make anything in the world, any color, and you go straight to black? So when dudes, and let's say I make it, fuck it, I make it for them. And then I pop up with a jacket like this, you ain't asked for that. Yeah. I made you what you asked for.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, people like, yo, Kels, make me something. I love dudes like that.
Oh, okay, you like that?
Yeah.
You like when somebody?
They be like, yo, B, make me, yo, match it up with this. I'm like, yo, this one, they be like, bet.
All right.
Because they want to try something, but a lot of dudes, they first thing is black, white, or gray. And I'm like, yo, you deny yourself.
Talk about that, like the uniform.
Yeah, color. So what I tell people,
solid color.
What I love about fashion is people taking chances, B. That's why fashion motherfuckers hang around fashion motherfuckers. Like when I'm around my family, that shit like a competition. Oh my God, B. These motherfuckers come, you go, oh my.
Who the freshest in your family?
Oh my God, come on, B. Everybody can say themselves. Oh, okay. It switches, man. Some days it's Uncle Lou, some days it's Ash, all days is God, because he's the flyest motherfucker in the world. Okay.
What make you fly?
Just
what make a person fly?
It's almost like that funk music. When you see a motherfucker, you like, oh my God, like
they got like a theme music behind a little bit, like
you know you fly. You walk down the block and they be like, yo, B, you killing that? Or you killing that? B, like, yeah, I The funniest shit that Harlem motherfuckers do is when you know you fly and you try to take a compliment, you like,
like some Harlem nigga shit, like, yo,
So yeah, like I just love fly motherfuckers, man, and I don't hate. I walk straight up to a stranger like, yo, B, you killed that, B. Like, what? Men not used to that. I'll tell a man straight up, yo, that cologne you got on is good, because it throws people off.
Right.
If you give a man a compliment, because women do it all the time. They're like, yo, you killing that. So I just love seeing fly motherfuckers, and I love people their take on fashion. And everybody's just different. It's subjective. There might be somebody that don't think I'm fly. They might be stupid to me, but you know.
So you into business selling clothes, custom clothes for 30 plus years.
Right.
Do you believe in the saying, "This business never personal"?
No, I actually think it's always personal, because some people I personally don't fuck with. And that's it's a fucking lie. One is always personal, it's never a business. That's a fucking lie. That's what people tell you, this cliche shit. And the customer is never right. 0%. 0%.
Word.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what that means.
Yeah.
The customer always right means is like saying, if they say, yo, I want this in a large, you make that a large, you be like, but why are you making a double X? Is the customer always right? Based on that, what I just told you, right? So what I'm saying is, what I tell people is, you may not be right, but I'm gonna fix your problem.
Right.
It's a big difference. We have beautiful customer service. I'm gonna always fix your problem. Sleeve fall off, we're gonna fix it.
Right.
You try your shit on, we're gonna fix it. But that don't mean you were right.
Right.
That means we gotta get it right together.
That's good that you said customer service, because I seen a girl on IG actually today talking about black businesses have the worst customer services. Why is that?
So I believe that's a myth.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you why that's a myth. If you go to Neiman Marcus, you go to Neiman Marcus, right? You go to Nordstrom, you go to Saks, you go wherever you go, and they give you bad customer service. You know what we'll do? We'll say that person was rude. The person we were dealing with. Nobody goes home and says this white-owned business was bad. Come to black-owned business. That person have a bad day. Right. That person may have got fucking broken up with. Their house could have flooded. Yeah. They could have just had a fucking you had bad days.
Right.
And the person don't necessarily have to be rude to them. That person just has to perceive that person was being rude to them. So they'll say, this black-owned business,
right,
I'm never supporting again. Like, because this girl didn't give you a tissue? Now, there's some people that just flat out rude. But we hear this all the time, and I'm glad we're hearing it more and more. The biggest threat to black-owned business is black people. We are so hard on our own people. We'll go to a white-owned business, another ethnic business, and never say nothing about the service. We just won't go.
Right.
You won't see no tweets. You don't see no rants. Nobody's doing 32 part
I see Tory Lanez and Gucci, but the shit ain't make no sense to me. They was being rude to him, but he ended up spending 30K. Like,
that's how it be.
Just don't make sense. Like, if they being rude, why would you give them your money?
But I guarantee you, if he say you're being rude, not Gucci.
Right.
We own, when it comes to black-owned business, we go home, we write the Yelps, we write the fucking reviews. This black-owned business burn the whole block down. Pitchfork. The white-owned business be like, okay. And we come back, be like, let me talk to the manager.
Right.
Nobody ever done in black-owned business, like, oh my, this is why I don't support black-owned business. You know what? Then don't support black-owned business. If that's your take, I've never been to a black-owned business, got bad service, and said I'm never coming to black-owned business. I'm like, I just can't fuck with that business. And that's okay.
Right.
All black people, you don't like all black people you see. So why we gotta like all black business? You don't like all white-owned business, so I don't go there. Right. So don't go to where you don't want to go. But don't rant about it. That's the problem. I think that's the problem, because let's keep it equal, because we've all had bad experience on both sides of the fence, but we only want to talk about black-owned business, and that's just unfair.
Okay. So when it comes, we was talking about who's the freshest out of your family. Who's some of the flyest people out of some of your friends?
Yo, Chill the Don, no lie, B. Chill the Don might be, he's top 10 in New York.
Okay.
He might be top 5 in Harlem.
Okay.
Friends, that's his family. Ducky.
Okay.
Ducky Confetti, man. If it wasn't for winter, because Ducky winter jackets is fucking
insane,
legendary.
Insane.
If it wasn't for winter, I would probably say I dress better than Ducky. But nah, them winter coat, like,
What's your favorite season to get fly in?
Winter. Nah, but Ducky been fly forever. She was Chi-Hove on IG. Now she's Chi Smalls. She was Brown Girl Chi.
Oh yeah, Chi.
Brown Girl Chi. And Brown Girl Chi.
Wait up. Yeah.
Brown Girl Chi. Me and Brown Girl Chi got best dress in high school. Chi might be top 3 flyest chicks in America. That I'm staying by.
What make you fly? What make a person fly?
Yo, I told you, when you see them, you know when somebody fly.
Right.
The same way you know, like, that person's not fly.
They might have a good day. Some people got good days.
She had no bad days. So you're right. You could have a good day.
Yeah.
But a lot fly motherfuckers don't have many bad days.
Right. What's the difference between fashion and like style?
See, style is like a mannequin. Style, you could go be like, yo, let me get that whole outfit. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Let me get that whole off-white outfit. Right. It's fine. Fashion is when you could go in and pick pieces.
Right. But sometimes you could take that whole off-white outfit and do something like, and critique it, do like your twist to it.
My favorite saying, I was just talking about Chi about this, is I love the term shop your closet. So when I'm going to an event, what black people usually do is go buy a new outfit for an event. Right. And you don't know if you're going to an event so you get that outfit.
A lot of people buy pieces just for
but
like
I got so many closets in my house that I could not shop for the rest of my life and find something new. I love finding shit that I forgot about.
Right.
Or you be like, oh, let me put this together. So when a motherfucker see me with sweatpants on, a t-shirt and a tuxedo jacket, I would have never thought to do that.
Right.
I done Frankenstein some shit I found in my house. Is shopping your closet. But that's what made people fly. I like high and low. Like Carrie Bradshaw, Sex and the City is one of my favorite shows in the world. People who know me knows this. Carrie Bradshaw had a term called high and low. Where you take a high-end item, like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, whatever, and put it with something low, Old Navy. Right. So it's high and low. Right. I love I don't like when somebody come in all Fendi, like it's too much. You doing it's crazy.
So you like mixing the brands, like I like Gucci mixing the brands. Louis? Like you would do that?
Yeah.
So you'll wear Adidas and Nike?
That's all I wear. I'm gonna tell you why I don't. I'm gonna tell you why I don't. Because
do that.
because all Adidas to me, you a background dancer in a Missy Elliott video. You look like a hip hop dancer. Right. You like you doing break dance. It's cool, but it look crazy to me personally.
I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I hate mixing Adidas pants, track pants with like Jordan.
Oh, I do that all the time.
I hate.
But here's the thing: nobody will ever question me. I'm fly, like you can't question me.
I ain't gonna lie. That might be a strike on Kells. Yo, I'm gonna ask the people.
It could be 3 strikes. But most of the people that answer that not fly to me, so it don't work. It don't work that way.
Ask the people on that one.
You put that up. It don't matter. And then go to my page, and when people see them, like I would have never put that together, but I see what you did there. Because when you have it look crazy to me.
So you like mixing brands?
I love mixing brands.
Your brand
my favorite thing is actually Adidas pants, just because of the straight leg Adidas pants and Converse. To me, it look dressed up. It look like a tuxedo pant.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All Adidas to me, you look crazy. You look like you literally coming from a Missy Elliott video. You look like a spoof in a Saturday Night Live.
That's why you gotta wear like a Yeezy or like a
right. But if you you look like
you can't wear like a shell toe.
Like the shell toe look crazy.
The shell toe.
You look crazy in the shell toe. So don't get me wrong, I do Adidas pants with some Adidas, but for the most part, I try to avoid it. To me, it look crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, that's just like that's one of them.
But somebody told you that wasn't fly.
Nah, that's me. Nobody ain't tell me that.
So once upon a time,
I pick like
somebody told you.
You know, we depict the culture. You know what I'm saying? Us as people, we the culture. You know what I'm saying? That's what this show about is like the culture.
Right,
so
right.
We dictate what's fly. Like that's what I'm saying. So you one of the people moving the culture forward. So you could actually try to make people. Not me.
And I have. Like, yo, B, one of the dopest things that I love is when I put together a look, right? Mm-hmm. And then you see somebody do it and be like inspiration from. You don't got to do that. You can hit me on a DM. Right. But it is nice when somebody does it in the caption and give you a proper shout out. Right. But I don't really need that. Actually makes me feel uncomfortable.
I do get inspiration from people.
It look good.
My friends like, oh shit. Like if I see a celebrity, I do something, I'm like, oh, that's fire. I got that in the closet.
Now you may not put it that same way, but you're gonna do a variation of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about fashion is when you get inspired by someone else. So I love when I put together a look that, no lie, like I'm in my cozy season right now, right? So like I'm actually.
What's cozy season? What that mean?
Like sweats, like real, like you real dressed down, like a gym, like you going to the gym, but you want some fly shit.
Okay.
I love for the longest I actually didn't like sweats. I'm like, I'm never not wearing, so I'm always wear jeans. But then one day I just got into it. And the reason why I like sweats is because tradition's not supposed to be fly. So I love when I see chicks wear sweatpants with the heels or wearing the sweatpants with a dress shirt, because it's not supposed to be that. Again, high, low.
Right.
So my cozy season is...
Or like the minks with the fitteds.
Yeah, that's hip-hop.
Oh,
that's hip-hop. Yeah, you know.
I like when women do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love when women wear fitteds.
We're about to get into the women aspect of the show. You know that. You know we got to switch the gears. We talk the fashion. We talk the education. So what's up, Kels, man? Do you spoil your partner?
So, spoiled is subjective, and the older I get, the more I learn how subjective that is. Now, the problem with spoiling your partner is the person has to be giving you information that's correct.
What the hell that means?
So if you tell me, yo, I like motherfucking Edamame donuts, you be like, yo, I'm going to buy all these Edamame donuts. You be like, I don't like no fucking Edamame. Like, you just let me on a wild goose chase.
Oh, okay.
So if the person's not truthful with themselves, how can you ever spoil them in a proper way?
So a woman ever led you on a wild goose chase?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like she told you, like, yo, I like
blue, but she really like red. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's different. So,
but women like that, their home was in a resource room. So. So you live and you learn, but spoiling people is subjective. Everybody spoils different, and everybody has a different love language. And what I'm constantly realizing is that we often try to love people in our love language, and that's the problem. You got to love the person in their love language. Right. Yep. And we often make that mistake of trying to get them to understand our love language, and that's where I think the problems arise.
Okay. So do you think men get lazy when they in relationships, or women get lazy? I
think it's probably a combination of both. And I don't think anybody's at fault. I just think that a lot of times, motherfuckers, the communication is off. And once the communication being off is the hardest thing to get back on.
Okay.
And I always believe that one hard conversation can change, but sometimes we don't get there.
Do you shy away from, like, I call it heavy talk?
Nah, actually,
you shy away. Some people shy away from heavy conversations.
Yo, you know what I like about heavy talk is I feel like, to me, pillow talk is more intimate than actual sex.
Okay.
So. And heavy talk is usually pillow talk.
Not necessarily. But pillow talk could be like gossipy.
Put it like
pillow
this.
talk come off as gossipy. Heavy talk is like.
But heavy talk
like something is weighing on your mind.
Put it like
you gotta this.
Put it like this. To me, heavy talk is more intimate than sex. So I love heavy talk because that's how you break down all those barriers.
It definitely could stimulate.
That's how you really learn the person. That's really like tantric sex. It's mind sex.
Right.
Like that heavy talk. You really getting to learn a person. Anybody could just go into a room and have sex, but heavy talk is that mind conversation of how did you get this way? Why do you think that? Right. And you have some interesting conversations with people if you get into heavy talk. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't have those kind of dope, deep relationships till we get to the heavy talk. Right. Once you get to the heavy, that's when I think the real fun begins.
Oh, right. Yeah. But some people shy away from that heavy talk.
Now, I think people shy away because it's heavy. My nigga, it's heavy. It's scary because it's unknown. And now with the heavy talk is vulnerability. You got to take off your cool and all the insecurity showing. People don't want to show scars. Right. But I think that seeing people's scars is what makes the scars heal and what makes us stronger. But it's heavy. I know it's heavy.
Right.
And I know why people shy away from it. It's too raw. Right. They rather that surface talk. Right. Like, what did Ari have on in the video? Not no heavy shit. Like, yo, what can we do to make money?
Right. What can we do to be better?
That's a dangerous question. Somebody might like what you said. Like, you don't even know how to answer that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So heavy talk is avoided because it's heavy. It's so uncomfortable,
right. B. So in relationships, we tend to compromise. Like, do you believe in like people compromise or people settle?
Wow, do people compromise or people settle?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do believe that compromise is important, long as you're not compromising your integrity. Once somebody makes you think differently, and that's manipulation.
Right.
If somebody try to tell you, nah, you're bugging, be like, but I'm not bugging. Like, no, you're bugging, be like, I don't think I'm bugging, and they're trying to manipulate you. That's not compromise. Compromising is like, you know what I'm saying, my girl wants to have the last word. Sometimes, like, happy wife, happy life. You
believe in that saying?
I do believe in that saying.
They said I seen recently, like, Instagram, TikTok, they got everybody a relationship guru. So they said, like, that shit is bullshit. That
I believe is a disservice to men because it's almost like our feelings don't matter.
Right.
And what I realized from social media is that when a man has intellectual intelligence and he's able to say, yo, what you did to me on Monday, that was some bullshit that hurt my feelings. Right. Social media will have your girl say, oh, you want some sassy shit. No, I'm not on no sassy shit.
Nah, and it's catching up. Social media is actually catching up.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Women are breaking that shit down.
Because men are actually like waking up and they expressing their feelings.
Because you're not manipulating me. That's some bullshit. Yeah. And a lot of women
and women use manipulation, but that's one of their tactics.
Yeah.
Like shout out to women. We not bashing women.
Nah, it's no bad. Women don't agree with that.
That's how women get things done because we are physical. We're more physical, but women use manipulation.
And chaos.
Not chaos. Chaos is like a heavy word. We ain't gonna use chaos.
No, it's not heavy, but with
chaos it just seem like
it's not chaos. Confusion.
Confused, Dave. You using these words that's just like
I'm a doctor.
Nah, but I'm not saying like big words, but you using words that's like come off. It's like bad.
No. It's
like
not bad. That's perception. It's like this. If there's a problem in a relationship and you don't want to face it, but you're throwing out all of these other chaotic scenarios, you're trying to cause mass confusion to get from the point. So you're creating all of this like you're throwing it like you're a ninja, throw the smoke bomb. No, motherfucker, clear the smoke out. That was some bullshit. Right. But it is dope that men are catching up. And
men are definitely catching up.
This is the dopest thing that I feel was dope about being emotionally intelligent. There's nothing a woman can say to make me think I'm bugging when I know I'm not bugging. 20 years ago, you could do that with me. You bugging, baby. No.
Men are catching
you're not getting me with the banana in the tailpipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna tell me I'm bugging. And the problem that I feel is that women, as we always known this, and men do it, people surround themselves with people who agree with whatever chaotic thought they have, regardless of what it is.
Yes, man.
I think it's a little bit lower than that. I think yes, man is too aggressive, but I think we surround ourselves with people who are comforting to us.
Okay.
So put it like this, like, we don't hang around deadbeat dads, but deadbeat dads hang around other deadbeat motherfuckers.
Right.
So because there's nobody holding you accountable, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just nobody holding you accountable.
As men, we gotta hold each other.
We gotta hold each other accountable. I just told my brother, who I absolutely love, yo, dog, like, there's a lot of things that you're doing that I don't like, and he understood why I said it. He understood why I did it. I wasn't calling him out. My brand is promoting and protecting black women as much as I can.
Right.
I'm not always gonna get it right, but as much as I can. So. And I've made mistakes in my life, right? So if I see someone else making silly mistakes, I'm like, nah, dog, if a woman is telling me X, Y, Z, we gotta correct it because I'm associated with you.
Right.
So I told my man, we gotta correct this, or I could fuck with you, but I can't fuck with you.
Right.
I can't be around men who are blatantly disrespectful to women, and not even on some simp shit, some fake shit. People know this is my real life. Like black woman is a real order in my life.
We love women.
Everybody knows
women,
this.
Especially black women.
I always tell people, dog, if you want to get things done right, and I could fucking stop the quote and somebody say this in the comment because everybody knows this, but if you want to get something done right, you include black women. Everybody knows this about me. This is what I lead my life with. This is how, because this is all of my brands are ran by black women. I may seem like the boss, it look good, babe. My sister is the boss, like the absolute boss. She's the final boss.
Right.
And I've had meetings with men that try to talk around her. No, she's the boss. I'm the second boss. Me and my brother, the second is the peck. It's not a pecking order. She's the boss. Any room my sister is in, she's the smartest person in the room. Any sister that Ashton, she's the smartest person in the room.
Right.
Any room that I'm in with the black woman that is with me, for the most part, it's probably the smartest black person in the room. Right. And that's not cap. Everyone knows this. I only surround myself with dope black women. So, but at the same time, you can correct women. So all of these words I'm saying is not to throw a disservice to women, but it is what it is. Women just do chaotic things to try to throw men off. And I am glad that men are catching up. And you're not gonna fool me with the banana in the tailpipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna tell you hurt my feelings. I'm still a man. I still got integrity.
Cause you know, like sometimes you like, oh, you a bitch ass nigga. Like, yo, my feelings are hurt.
Nigga,
like,
my feelings are hurt. It's okay.
They're like, nah, you a bitch ass.
Let me be that. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they fool you. That manipulation shit. But the other part about that, a lot of women like dealing with men they can manipulate because it avoids heavy talk. They like surface shit. Let's talk about Mary. Let's talk about Poochie and all this fly shit. That's great. I love fly shit. Ain't nobody talk about fly shit more than me. But some people, that's all they want to talk about. They don't want to talk about anything else. What are we investing in? Let's start a business. Let's get you some money. They don't want to talk about that. They just want to talk about surface shit, and that's cool. But it's just not cool for a nigga like me.
So let's get back to what's the difference between compromising and settling?
I think settling is ignoring all of those things that we consider compromise. So settling someone that belittles you and you just like, nobody else gonna love me, so fuck it, I'm here with you. I've had somebody tell me, yo, no relationship is perfect, so that means we do bullshit to each other? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Compromising is, let me change this, because for this person, settling is, I'm put up whatever you put me. And a lot of men, I think before, women used to settle a lot, but women are waking up. Now I think men are settling. If a chick is bad, if a chick is bad,
I think women settle more than men though.
I think it used to be like that. Nah, women bossed up, B. Nah, women,
women definitely bossed up.
Yo, B, a chick can tell you in a minute, you know what? You're right. I'm out. Yo, hold on.
Nigga be like, hold on, baby. The boy said,
no. Don't get you a chick with some money or some education. No, you ain't putting them through the ringer. Not how it was back in the day. Back in the day, a man could put a woman through all kind of shit. Now, if a woman got her shit together, no, you got one strike. You're like, no, you're good. You're like, damn, one strike, man? You want good? So, you know what I'm saying? But now I think men, because we're in this is a visual era, a lot of men are put up with a woman anything because they bad.
Oh, okay.
And that's crazy. We all know dudes who do that.
That's another thing is, like, have a woman ever made you change your ways? You liked her so much? You changed.
But what you mean, like, change, like the negative parts?
Not even just the negative parts. Like, let's say you like drinking Douce. And she like, I don't like niggas that drink Douce. You like, fuck that, I ain't drinking Douce.
But you know, like the Usher song, like, you got it bad. Like, you gonna change something.
But you know, you understand what I said? Like, you don't drink Douce around her. Like, let's say.
No, that I'm not doing.
She like, yo, I don't like niggas that drink Douce. You this is so bad.
No. But I know Douce. So that's, no. Luckily, I'm not like that. That's some sucker shit to me. Luckily, I'm not like that. But I think to some degree, everybody that we deal with, we do give up something for something that they don't like, right? Like, let's say you're dating a woman who don't like texting, so you gotta call her. Right. And let's say you date a woman who, for whatever reason, don't like calls, she like text. You change something, but it's changing who I am. Like, yo, I don't like a dude who wear gold. That's not gonna be.
I don't like dudes that wear green jacket.
No, that's not gonna be.
You like, nah, I'm wearing my red jacket.
No, but I know dudes like that. I know dudes. No, I'm not changing that. Now, changing little intricacies about my personality to make, like, I never thought, because as long as it makes me better, I'm never changing something just for the sake of changing it for a woman. And I don't expect a woman to change anything about them for me. That's not fair.
So what if she eat pork bacon and you don't eat pork?
That's cool. No, that's cool.
Can she eat pork around you?
Yeah, I'm not that type of Muslim. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Like, yo, don't bring this shit.
No. So
cooking in the house.
You got some Muslim brothers like that. And shout out to all my Muslim brothers and my sisters in faith. You got some Muslims like that who don't allow it. But see, me, I don't push Islam on anyone. Right. You've never heard me talk Islam thing. It's personal. Now, if you listen to something I'm talking about in conversation, I'll say it, but I don't push my religion on anyone. Right. I will never date someone like, you gotta do the gobs in this house. No, because that's not how I learned Islam. Like, I've been Muslim for a long time and I didn't learn it that way. Right. I don't push it on my son. If he happens to see me praying, he wants to get down, cool. I don't believe that religion should be pushed on anyone. Right. I've never made religion a part of my personality. I just love being a Muslim, but it has nothing to do with anyone else. Right. I still curse, I still drink, that's what I do. Right. I'm okay with that. Everybody sins differently. Right. I'm okay with who I am. I put enough good karma energy into the universe, so when I get to the gates, I know I'm getting in. Right. None of these things, none of this shit matters. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know Muslim brothers who don't do none of this but kill somebody before. It's a contradiction. Or I know brothers who don't do none of this but sneak a pepperoni slice every now and again. Everybody sins differently, dog. So no, I'm not gonna judge a woman that's dealing with pork. That's what she does. Right. Now, if it does bother me, most women of integrity.
They said you are what you eat. So
I didn't think about that. But most women, if it does, and most men, if it does bother your partner, you be like, I just won't do it around you. Right? Like you got some partners who one smoke weed and one don't. You be like, I'll just smoke outside. Right. But no, but if she in the house and we eating that. Now, in my house, no, I don't cook pork in my house. I don't like the smell of pork. That's what it is. That's really what it is. So me not liking pork has nothing to being. I'm not that type of Muslim, unfortunately. And if that makes somebody feel away, that's on them. It's all good.
Right. So do you, we switching gears because we.
Yeah.
So do you believe in the saying broke dudes don't deserve pussy?
Well, that's unfortunate because a lot of chicks are broke. The problem with the world is that a woman can have zero to her dollar, zero to her name, right, and nobody is judging her. So we got to define what broke is, right? Yeah. We got to define what is broke. So let me ask you this: if all your bills are paid, or your kids are taken care of, your family good, you look good, and you got no money, are you broke? Technically, right? But your bills is paid. Yeah. I put it like this. I know, let's say your bill's not paid. Right. But you got a lot of money in your pocket. Right. Are you broke?
It's
perspective.
Yeah.
So exactly. Nobody can ever call me broke because all my shit is paid. I'm very good in life. Like right. I'm no lie, bro.
We blessed.
No lie, and sometimes I gotta humble myself. Sometimes I come into my house. I live 10 minutes from where I grew up in Polo Ground Projects. Literally 10 minutes. Right. In New Jersey. The fact that I have a house with a yard and a garage, it really does mean something to me. Now, I'm not materialistic, right, but from where we come from, that means something. Right. Closing my door when it's a cold day outside, right, that means something to me. Right. So nobody can ever call me broke because everything I got, I own. I own everything. I got right. cars, no car notes. I got a house. I got property. I have land. Right. That means something to me. I got credit. I got credit cards. Right. I could fly anywhere in the world I want to go. Right. That shit is a blessing, bro. Right. I be going to places that, no lie, when I was in PS 146 and Polo Ground Projects, I thought these places only existed in a book. Right. So the fact that I've been to these places in the book, right, I'm not broke. Like Bob Marley got a famous saying, like, "Oh, you're a rich man." Like, define rich. You right. rich because you got money? To me, I'm the richest person in the world. I got love. Right. I got friends.
Right. Money don't make you rich.
Bro, I could pick up my phone and make money a million different ways. Right. That's a blessing, bro. I have fucking 40 businesses. That's a blessing. Right. Like that, I'm not broke. And so when you say, no, I don't. Traditionally, truly broke men, no. Go get your shit together.
Before you start dating.
Or go fuck with a broke chick. So no,
so you think broke people need to be with broke people? Or haters need to be with haters?
A lot of women to be single.
Nah, women, I ain't gonna lie, women get into the bag more
women get into the bag, but it's a small percentage or not. Let's be for real.
Well, it's a percentage of men that ain't getting.
It is, but who's gonna get judged more, men or women?
Of course, a man, because men supposed to be providers. You put
right,
all that type of stuff. Women are definitely getting.
Put it like this.
So I don't think
broke people stay the fuck home. If you broke, men or women, let's just kill the confusion. If you broke, stay the fuck home. Right. So, do you think nice guys get ignored? No, I think insecure men get ignored. And you could be not. No, I don't think nice guys finish last. I don't believe that. Because I consider myself a nice guy. Okay.
What's a nice guy?
So exactly.
Define. Like, how are you a nice guy?
I think a man with integrity.
You think you're a nice guy?
I do think I'm a nice guy.
We gotta ask the ladies out there, like whoever,
somebody gonna hate in the comments, say something stupid, man. That motherfucker is not nice.
We all think we nice guys.
No, but I think a man with integrity, and truly, to be very honest, a lot of men don't have integrity. And it's a vicious cycle. So a woman with good intention dates a man with no integrity. He do some bullshit to her. She moves on to the next man. The next man does some bullshit to her. She moves on to the next man. Right. Now that chick has no integrity. Right. I always
so you think it rubs off from?
I always say without
like past traumas.
I always say without getting too deep into it that a woman is a reflective of the man that she dates. Okay. We see it in a lot of our aunts and moms. A lot of our older generation miserable dealing with trauma because the men that they dated were full of shit. It could be your father, it could be your uncle. We gotta be truthful on who our elders were. Right. A lot of older generation men did not treat women right, and I straight up tell them, just like I told you about my man. I have males in my family that did not treat some women, and I straight up tell them. And they now, as a man, I could tell them that. They'll be like, "Yo, I respect you for telling me that because I see what it did to this woman."
Right.
And when I see one of my homegirls going through something, she'll start here and go here. Men are up or rise woman's happiness. Now, once that cycle comes around, now that woman is damaged. So a lot of times we got to deal with fixing the holes and the cracks of a woman's heart that we didn't put there.
Right, that past trauma.
It's no problem with that.
But I think some men got past. We both.
Oh, we all got past trauma. Right. But for the most part, most men are concerned with fixing past traumas of women. Women are not necessarily. We gotta deal with our past traumas other ways, externally. Some of us go to therapy, some of us talk to our bros. Women sometimes internalize.
Therapy just became like a thing. Before therapy was taboo, like
it was
like your
scary.
parents, like, well, not my mom, but like a lot of people grew up like, yo, don't tell nobody your business.
Yeah.
Like, yo, don't, know what I'm saying? Like,
That's that, we was talking about this in one of my group chats the other day. That's that black generational curse though. Cause the white cultures, they talk about their problems. All the problems are on the table. Everybody knows health shit. We like to keep shit in. Right. Bruce, one of my favorite comedians here. Black men don't go to see the doctor till they see the light. Like motherfuckers don't go to therapy till they on the roof one night about to kill themselves. Right. Bro, I'm going to therapy. You should have went to therapy. Right. Now, I would never, same way with Islam and Allah.
That's my fault to cut you off. That's the same thing in relationships. Men let shit build up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, but see, that goes back to the hard questions. I learned, so believe it or not, when my daughter passed in 2020, I realized how fragile my emotions were just because of what was going on. But then I promised myself, I said, yo, B, I'm never dealing with another friendship, business relationship, intimate relationship without talking about how I feel.
Right.
Now, I understand that makes a lot of other people uncomfortable, but to me, it has been successful in my life because the only unsuccessful part of it is that women are so not used to men being very open and honest with their feelings that it feels like cap.
Right.
So if you're like, yo, B, I really do love you and this is really what I want, that's some other past trauma. Right. And I get that. But
they've been lied to so much, like you've been lied to so much, so it's just like when you tell a girl or tell somebody like, nah, I really fuck with you.
Yeah, nah, I get it.
Like, yo, that's cap. Like,
I get it. Yo, B, I understand it, B, like, because we all been through it, but I'm never, that part of my life, I'm never gonna change being straightforward with my feelings. Or anybody, friends, it'll be what you did to me, I didn't like that. Right. Right now, currently, I'm in a very selfish era in my life, meaning where I'm picking myself first before someone else. So before I could deal with your emotional baggage, I gotta fix my own. I'm going through a lot of shit that I gotta fix, and I'm not stressed, I'm not depressed, none of that shit. I'm just
right.
We growing. So I told all my peoples and a lot of my homegirls before, they be like, yo, B, are you emotionally able to help me right now? I'm like, no. And they like, bet.
They really talk to you like that?
I swear to God, if I had my phone, I would show you. My homegirl Danny literally just said it. You gotta ask people, yo, do you have mental capacity to help me with my problem? No, hit me tomorrow, bet. Sometimes they hit me 2 days, Joe. Are you ready now? I'm like, yeah, what's up? Because you don't be ready. Somebody ever hit your phone and start talking, like, hold on, motherfucker.
You're like, yo, chill, like, yo.
Yeah, so, I just learned to lead with my feelings and who it connects with, and who it doesn't.
You think men could be faithful?
I believe anybody could be faithful, but I also believe that you can have any type of relationship you want to have, as long as you tell the other person. Some people, some of us are in different relationships we don't even know. You in the open, they in the polygamy. You like, hold on, what the fuck is we doing?
You like, yo, we chill. I thought we was cool.
Yeah.
But
So I've been in multiple different variations of all of these different relationships. But for one thing is honesty. I do believe people can be faithful, but it's a very hard conversation. Being faithful. What's crazy is
faithful is a hard conversation. It's heavy talk.
It might be heavy talk. Yo, it might be heavy talk for some people. Like, wait. It's like prison.
Yeah,
it might be heavy talk. Yeah, it might be heavy talk.
Being faithful is like I was watching the show Harlem. I ain't gonna lie, this season of Harlem is definitely dope. Like
the last season, right?
Yeah, this the last 6 episodes, season 3. He was talking about non-ethical cheating, like so ethical cheating, not non-ethical, ethical cheating. So meaning like cheating with respect, like letting you know what it is. Like it's not necessarily cheating.
It's an open relationship.
It's not necessarily open. It's like, yo, I love you, you my main. But
I did see that clip.
Yeah, but
that's respectable.
I got my one over here that I love her too. It's like, so he was saying like we all got friends, right, that we love, right?
Yeah.
So you might got a friend that you go out with. You might got a friend that you chill in the crib with. You might got a friend that you play ball with. So he was just like, yo, why can't I have, you know what I'm saying? Like a girl, like, and you love all your friends the same.
And it could be that way, but that's a conversation. Some things is a simple conversation.
Do you believe in that? Like,
B, I believe
cheating
in,
with not cheating.
Just like
respectful.
I believe in anything that a conversation is had.
Okay.
Anything could work as long as yo, B, you know what women used to say all the time before social media became a thing? If he would have been honest with me, I would have been down with it. Right? You ever heard him say that?
That's cap.
It could be cap or not.
That's cap. Like,
B,
women always be like, nah, we love women. I love women.
It could be.
Like, yo, just don't, yo.
Bro, it could be cap or not, but you don't know that because you didn't say it.
Right.
So all of these honest conversations.
Do you believe that, though? Is it cap to you? It's cap to me, but I don't know.
No, I don't think it's cap.
You don't think it's cap?
No, I don't think it's cap.
Right.
B, women are with anything long as you honest. I learned that a long time ago, bro.
Okay.
I learned that a long time ago. If you honest with a woman, and if she respects you enough, if she believes, that's the other part.
Okay.
If she believes your honesty. Because a lot of men be like, yo, babe, I would never cheat on you. I could have, but no, I think honesty is so hard for women to accept because of the lies. And for men, I think we both have heard so many lies that when you get to a person that's straight honest, it sounds like bullshit.
Right. So if a woman cheated on you, could you take her back?
No.
No?
No.
That's a deal breaker for you. So cheating is
the problem with me is that you don't gotta cheat on me. You could literally verbally tell me, yo, dog, this is what I want to do. I'm saying bet.
So she could literally say, yo, I'm going on a date with such and such.
Yeah, but it has to be spoken about before.
Okay. Before like you make the commitment. Before y'all
correct,
make the
man.
commitment.
Yo, B, let me explain something to you.
Before what? Like
so my biggest fear, believe it or not, my biggest fear is making someone feel like a hostage. So if that's what you want to do, then let's do it. But it gotta be mutually understandable. See, most women or men want to cheat one way. They want to do what they're doing, but they don't want you to do what you're doing.
Right.
And that's the problem. We both, if you want to play, you can play. But tell me we going to the playground. Don't be like, yo, B, like we can't do that because that's unfair. Right. And that's the problem with most relationships. I like we started this. Most people are two people are in two different relationships and neither one of them know it. Like you in the faithful and she in something else, and then 1 month it can't be that way. It got to be very honest. So I'm able. Like I said, I've been in mostly damn near every type of relationship with the woman you could think of, but it's always been honest.
Okay. So, like, what's some traits you like in a woman? Like your girlfriend or your wife gotta have. What's traits. 3 traits?
You know, believe it or not,
she gotta have, like non-negotiable. Your girlfriend or your wife.
I like women with hustle, and I love women who can figure that shit out.
Okay.
I think most women, going back to men, most women don't know their own potential because they was around a whole bunch of ain't shit motherfuckers.
Right.
Now,
women will say that about men.
That is true. But if you
women are most likely to see the
women will pour life into you, bro.
Yeah. But women will see the damn, I forgot the word, but women are definitely potential, right?
Women see potential and men see looks,
right?
And men see looks first and then potential. Women see potential then the looks.
Yeah, some men will see potential and be like, yo, holla at a girl. Like some girls be in a gym shit, and people are like, yo, right. Be like, nah, cause I know when you done up, I know you hurt. You know how some niggas
like, they talk that fly. Nah, but you know, I love a woman with hustle. Looks, of course. Yo, this one I know gonna be controversial. Oh my God. Yo, B. So I'm 42 years old. Right. I look good for 42, right? I'm 42 years old. I've now come to a place in my life, and anybody who knows me, I'm not materialistic, I'm not superficial, I'm just not, but I'm okay with how the world views me. I know for a fact, I'm never dating someone who cannot dress ever again.
So that's like a deal. That's a non-negotiable.
Doing it. Not even ever again. Me personally, I know for a fact I'm never dealing with a woman who can't dress.
Right.
I'm just not.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I won't. I'm into fashion. And if a woman is not, eventually that is going to become an insecurity. I don't give a fuck. Woman like, no, eventually it's going to become an insecurity.
Right. Because they said like you could change that. That's something you could change.
Normally, see, most women love projects. A woman does not want to be a project. So a woman...
We're going to ask the women. That's a good question.
Traditionally, women freely date men who can't dress. You can change that easily. You'll put this shit on. As a man, women feel a way, not all women, but it's taboo for a man to change a woman fashionably.
Word?
It's taboo. Now, I would love to make someone my muse. Right. But don't come to me unamused. You gotta come
women definitely gotta be throwing that shit on. That should be my muse. That'd be my muse.
But I've been very fortunate to deal with some fly motherfuckers.
Especially a fun girl. Fun girls are muses too.
But I've been fortunate.
Shout out to the fun women and shout out to the fashion.
I've personally been fortunate to deal with a lot of fly motherfuckers. But as I get older in conversations with my homegirls, I know for a fact I cannot deal with someone who can't dress. It's going to become an insecurity. And a woman with an insecurity is more dangerous than a man with insecurity. Because a woman with insecurity, she's going to start making up all this other shit that got nothing to do with the real problem and correcting shit that's not a problem. So I just know, as superficial as that sounds, I'm sorry if it comes off that way, and I might have sparked the idea. Somebody else say, I never thought about that. But a fashionable motherfucker, a dude cannot deal with an unfly girl. A fly girl could deal with an unfly dude. It happens all the time. Right. It don't happen the other way, because eventually she's going to get an insecurity and a complex about it. It is inevitable. I forgot how I landed on this. Me and my home, she was talking about something she was going through. I'm like, yo, I never thought of. She was like, yo, will you ever date a girl who can't dress? I never thought about that, but no, I really wouldn't.
Nah, I don't.
Would you date a girl who can't dress? You don't even think about it unless.
No, hell yeah, I thought, because I like women that throw that shit on.
But for the most
that's
part,
like one of my main things. So that's what's going to attract me to you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Unless you went after me. But if you went after me, then we gonna have a good time. Right. Going, know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this. So because of social media,
right?
Oh my God, it's gonna be crazy too. Because of social media, right? It's an equal playing field. So sometime a woman will DM me, I'm like, you don't stand a flying chance. Like, sis, like we lead two different lives.
But social media make it seem
shoot the shot. You be like, sis.
Social media make it seem like everybody's accessible.
We are accessible, but I'm like, make it make sense.
And like,
if you super religious chick from what you call, we got in common. I drink for fun.
I asked some other women on the previous podcast. I asked some other women on the previous podcast, do they think any men is out of their league? And they don't believe that.
So
do you think any woman is out of their league?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying.
No, absolutely not. And what's dope is, and this super left field, super political, but Barack Obama said something really dope that really fucked my head up. He said, once you get a seat at the table, you realize that all these motherfuckers is regular. Once you hang around celebrities and rich people, you're like, nobody is out of nobody's league.
Right. But I think that might be a New York thing too, though.
That might be a New York thing.
New York, we'll see somebody with $1 billion or whatever.
And walk right by.
Like, yo, man, that nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a nigga could own, like, you know what Jay owned, like 1% of the desk. It's like, that nigga only own 1%. Like, man, that nigga got, he only got $100 million.
We ain't got nothing. You ain't got 2 Rolexes.
Man, that nigga only got the Maybach, man.
Nah, but I didn't think about that. It is a New York thing, but we be around celebrities so much that nobody's out. And most times, as you know this, because we hang around them. Right. Celebrities like regular some of these bad celebrity women date men that work at fucking Champs. I've seen it. I know it. I know it to be true. Right. They don't like who you think they like. Everybody is accessible. Right. And it is a New York thing. New York is nobody's off limits stuff.
Because we don't think like, I ain't gonna lie, like I was talking to like people, I'm like, yo, that shit regular. Mm-hmm. Like a girl, she like, that's not regular.
It's not regular.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
A man pulling up in a rape is not regular.
Like, yo,
But in New York, a dude pulling up in a rape is very regular.
Like, exactly.
Like right now,
a
dude
lot
can
of things we be thinking we like doing, like vacations.
Somebody can pull up in a Ferrari.
Nigga go away 5 times a year. We're like, yo, that shit's regular.
Yo, that is crazy, bro.
Like,
yo, I was telling somebody
like,
that.
That's not regular.
Yo, I was telling somebody that. I was talking to someone a couple weeks ago. I was like, yo, I ain't been on trips in a minute. They're like, yo, B. And they told, yo, I went on like 6 trips in 1 year, and that's not regular.
That's not regular.
Until you sit back and think, you're like, yo, that's very wild. Yeah. That's not regular.
That's what I'm saying. So we definitely blessed, know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for my last question, what's your definition of success?
Wow. Again, freedom. I think that people underestimate the word freedom so much. To me, success is having the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. Because of success, sometimes I'm able to wake up late. Because of success, I'm able to go on those trips. Right. I'm able to literally go on any website I want and click buy now. That may be superficial to people, but that is a blessing. Right. I'm able to get my son whatever he wants. I'm able to do things that I want to do and fix up things the way I wanted to fix up and have other opportunities because of success. Right. And success just look good. You ever see somebody success, you're like, they just look good. Their skin look good, they feel good, their aura is good. Successful people are never bad energy. Right. It's when somebody is going through, they say you don't know somebody till they're going through something. Right. When somebody's successful, everything look good they do. They could fall and that shit look cool. You're like, damn, that shit, everything they do look cool. When they go through a breakup, it look cool. When they get good money, it looks cool. When they fucking lose money, it look cool. Everything looks cool when somebody's successful. Right? When somebody's not successful, don't look good. So success to me is freedom, and it just makes you feel good and look good. And when you have real success, back to gatekeeping, we have real success. I don't think you can truly be successful until you put someone else on or put someone else in a position to win. My goal is to put as many people on that I can that want to be put on. Right. Most people want you to put them on. They want to say, yo, go dead, stand right there. Right. My man gonna come with 100,000. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you in a room. Like I would invite you to an event where the head of Amazon Music is there. You got to do your own thing. Right. That's me putting you on. Right. I try to connect motherfuckers that way. And if I could do an e-connection, a motherfucking text connection, I will. But success to me is looking good, feeling good, freedom, and truly putting other people on. Anybody who knows me knows that's truly successful to me, putting other people in position to win. And before we end the show, anything I didn't ask you that you want to plug? Fly shit. Support my liquor, HHB Spoke Spirits. Supposed to have some. I know, I forgot. My water, HHB Spoke Water, okay. Dead Couture. Yeah, that's Dead Couture. I haven't done 5001 Flavors, Harlem Haberdashery. Support my new entertainment group, the Big Fun Group. I always wanted to do dope. Events and monetize them. Okay. So shout out to the Big Fun Group. We didn't even get into that, right? Nah, we did. Man, I got a lot of shit. Man. I need like a 2-parter. I got a lot of shit going on, but that's success. Yeah. I be forgetting shit, dude, and I'm blessed, man. And shout out to everybody in my life. Shout out to all my supporters, all the women in my life, all my brothers in my life, and my friends who keep me straight. People who check me, people who check in on me. I'm blessed, man. It's crazy. Shout out to you. Once again, shout out to Chio letting us hold the bakery down. Like, comment, subscribe, vibe. Shout out to Kels pulling up, man. Yes. Keeping the vibe.